Hey there, folks! Welcome back to our channel. If you've ever wondered how to soften up your bread, stick around because we've got the answers you've been looking for. The science behind hard bread. All right, before we jump into the methods, let's understand why bread becomes hard in the first place. You see, bread's main component is starch. When starches are exposed to intense heat in the oven, they absorb water, expand, and give that wonderful spongy texture we all love. However, over time, these starch molecules undergo a process called retrogradation. This means they release some of that water, causing the bread to lose its moisture. And that's when we're left with a tough, brittle loaf. Method 1. Oven revival using your trusty oven to soften that bread. Step 1. Check your bread for any signs of spoilage, like molds or odd smells. Safety first, folks. If it's good to go, move on to step 2. Moisten the bread slightly with water. You can brush it, run it under the faucet, or use a spritzer for a fine mist. Make sure it's damp, but not soaked. Then, wrap it up tightly in aluminum foil to trap in that moisture. Next, pop your bundle of hope into the oven at around 300 Fahrenheit. No need to preheat. We want to reintroduce that moisture slowly. Let it warm up for about 10 to 15 minutes. Check it at the 10-minute mark to see how it's doing. Once the center feels plump and soft, slice off a piece to test the moisture. If the crust needs a little more love, pop it back into the oven for another 5 minutes. Method 2. Microwave. Miracle. Method number 2 is perfect for those of us who need results in a hurry. Just like before, check for any spoilage signs first. Then, moisten a paper towel and wrap the bread in it. Pop it into the microwave for just 5 seconds. Check the texture, and if needed, give it another 5 seconds until it's as soft as you want. Expert tips for success. But wait, we're not done yet. Here are some expert tips to ensure your bread revival mission is a complete success. First, if you've got a baguette, use its own paper bag for reheating. It's a lifesaver when you're out of aluminum foil. And remember, keep an eye on your bread while reheating. Nobody wants burnt bread or paper towels. Once you've softened your bread, gobble it up immediately. As it cools down, it might revert to its hard state. And speaking of quality, avoid reheating bread more than once. Each time can affect its texture. Creative uses for unsoftened bread. But what if your bread just won't budge? Don't toss it away just yet. Get creative with these alternative options. Turn those hard slices into delicious croutons by cubing and toasting them. Need breadcrumbs? Grate the bread or use a food processor. And for a decadent treat, how about some bread pudding? Soak your bread, add some delicious extras, and bake to perfection. And there you have it, folks. 2 simple methods to soften up that hard bread and bring it back to life. Thanks for tuning in today. If you found these methods helpful, don't forget to give us a thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more kitchen tips and tricks.